Brembos. I have procured a set of Fate Coupe Turbo Brembos, aka the Capri Sport 300 kit, although I managed to find them second hand elsewhere, so they're a good bit cheaper. The rebuild kit and stuff that's coming, and the pad spring clip thingies and all are all off Capri Sport, but I was able to find the calipers and discs and stuff separate, which worked out well for me really. Just doing a bit of testing up and getting some brackets cut to fit them. I used my good old faithful 3D printer to test print a set of Brembo brackets that Jordan drew up for me in CAD, copied his own. So getting these, hopefully if these fit, which they do, I'll show you here now. Now it's only plastic, obviously it's going to have to get cut properly in metal, but for now you can sort of see the process potentially, if I can get the light out of the way. Those are only in temporarily because the bolts were too long, didn't want to cut them down. So basically adapter plate to just basically spread the hole centers out. That's the standard mounting holes there for the Capri caliper. That's just the holes for the Fate caliper. So basically just bolts on, thankfully. I'm going to need different bolts for it obviously, and a few other different bits and pieces. Calipers came from a lovely gentleman called Jaff of Jaff Builds on YouTube. He's building a mental Focus Mark 1 ST170 with a Lexus V8 in it, rear-wheel drive. So if you want to go and check that out, if you have a wee look somewhere up there, I think it'll hopefully his link to his channel should come up there. He's nuts. So thank you very much for the supply of the calipers that we put to good use. Discs. The discs I have went for are off a Daimler, I believe. Nice fella called Leigh Edwards. He had bought them and didn't need them anymore. He was turning his car back to standard. So I now have a set of lovely modified discs, brand new, coming towards me as well. So once they arrive, I will get them all trial fitted up. However, calipers need a bit of work. I knew that before I bought them. What do you call it? Shims on the side, the anti-rattle shim things have all been drilled out. I think Jaff was in a hurry one night to get them for his Flexus project, so they all need, calipers need stripped basically, and they need extracted somehow. I think they're stainless from memory into aluminium, so it's going to be a good crack trying to get them out, but I haven't been beat yet, so I'll get them out somehow. I'm thinking if I put a bit of heat into it, weld a wee nut onto the end of the stud and wind them out that way, it might be the best road to do it. So that'll be next probably. These are just a set of Bilsteins that I have lying about off the old Capri. This will all be built onto the coilover struts with the gas inserts and stuff that are on the Xpack. So, but it'll do for mocking up as the lugs are in the same place. Well, hopefully anyway. So next bit's hopefully going to be taking these things apart and completely stripping them. I'm going to clean them down. I have a full rebuild kit coming for them, and I will be painting / powder coating them again, make them look nice. Don't know what colour to go yet. I'm toying with the idea of going red. I don't know whether or not it's too much with a bright blue car, and well, that's another thing. I don't know the colour of the wheels yet either goldy colour or anthracite grey. So I suppose I need to choose the wheel colour first before I even think about choosing brake colour, but I'll work that one out in due course. So onwards. Okay, so first bit to get these things split apart. I'm going to split them to do these drilled out studs in here because it's handy to get the drill and everything in, or the welder. First part, take this link pipe off the top here, then buzz the 4 Allen heads out, and I think that's it. I remember watching Jaff take his other ones apart, so I think that's all it is, take them apart. So here goes nothing. Okay, hopefully you can see it's a bit better now with the caliper split. It was a lot handier than I actually expected, to be fair. So you can see that these here have just had the heads drilled off them, so So these calipers are actually usable again. I'm going to need to try and get these out. I think they're stainless. I'll fire the magnet on them here to see. If they are stainless, I'll try and, I'm going to have to take them or something. I'll work it out. I think I'm going to weld the head onto them and go from there. Might be fit to get them grips, but I think a bit of heat probably will help. So here goes. Not too worried about this seal, by the way, if you're wondering about it. The new seal kit coming. Might fire a bigger nut onto this, you know. This one might get a bit more of a grip. I think I might have it. I mean, I'm probably speaking too soon, but perfect. One done. 7 to go. So you can see that's still red hot there. I'll try and see if it'll budge without breaking it. Doesn't always work the first time, and I always try and sort of work it back and forwards for a wee minute just before you commit to a full turn. I think we'll have it. I don't think people understand how hard it is to hold the camera with one hand and turn the spanner with the other. And another one out. Same again for the rest. Success. All of them screwed out. Some of them played hard to get. For some reason, and I don't understand this, maybe somebody can help me understand this. Whenever you earth the caliper, either via the vise or via the caliper itself, one of them would weld to no bother, one would spark. The other one just wouldn't whatsoever if you had it even right beside it, the earth clamp on clean alloy. I actually had to, in the end, try and hold the earth clamp onto the bolt and not weld the earth clamp to it. So I had to sort of set it wherever my earth clamp's at. I had to sort of attempt to put it onto the bolt and weld at the same time, hence why the earth clamp now looks like a hedgehog. But anyway, unless it was because there was that much gunk on the threads or something that it wasn't earthing properly or something, I don't know. But anyway, they're all out now. So time to get these calipers cleaned up, I think. Upon reading back through the messages from Jeff, who I bought these from, he says that there is a new rebuild kit already in this. So I'm half tempted just to send it and see. One of the sides, wherever it's at, there. One of them's missing a dust seal. That's the only thing that's missing. So I might try and put the dust seal in out of this rebuild kit of mine and see if they're okay, to be fair, because there's no point in wasting 60 quid. I'll keep it for again if they ever need it. I'll use the bolts and stuff to put them back together, but I'll see. I might just be being lazy. The next stage, I need to get all the powder coat cleaned off these somehow, because I don't want them looking janky orange. So it's time to get the wire wheel out, I think, and try and get these things cleaned up a wee bit, and yeah, go from there. Okay, so got this all cleaned down as far as I need to. I've got all the holes blocked off with brake fittings, and I have the threads of the mounts, bolts in them as well, so they can't get filled with paint. I'll get these masked up now and get them into primer.
This
primer. As I said before, I don't know exactly what colour I'm going yet. I think I might go red, but I'll get them into primer anyway, and then we can work that out over the next week or so. I think that'll do for the first coat. Let those go off for 10-15 minutes and hit them another wee dig. Okay, so I think that'll do that. The other ones are cleaned. I will prime and paint. Oh, I'll just get them in primer next, I think. But you don't need to see that because it's just the same as what I've just done, really. So, as said before, I'll try and get the colour of these sorted out in the next week or so. I'm edging towards red, to be honest. I've always liked red Brembos. Another thing I need to figure out is whether or not I'm doing the stickers on them in just applying the stickers and clear coating over them, or if I'm going to buy like stencil template things and mask up and paint the Brembo letters on. Unsure yet. Need to work all that out in due course, but we're getting there. Okay, so since last night, whenever I was putting those calipers into primer, these have arrived. Nearly landed on top of the laptop. That would have been a good crack. CR Cosworth rear calipers and sliders. So these should be adequate, hopefully, for putting a bit of stopping power back into the rear. As much as their 9-inch drums probably are ample, I never really like drums, so it's time to get these things to the same shape as the front ones. I'll probably try and take them apart a wee bit and then get them painted red as well to match the fronts. Since last night, the painter who's doing the Xpack has offered to paint the calipers for me, so I will just finish cleaning the other one down and just hand them to him, and he'll do it properly with the spray gun instead of me doing it with an aerosol. Just a reminder that I am still doing a few wee key rings and bits and pieces. You've seen the 3D printer in action there, doing the throttle position adapter and the Brembo brake brackets. So if you want a key ring, the link is in the description of how to get it. It would support the channel and be muchly appreciated. A shout out to Marcus Hayes. I somehow managed to guess the correct horsepower of his Mark 1 Estra Escort. So he has sent me over a few stickers and bits and pieces, which are quite nice quality to be fair. If I ever look into getting stickers done, it'll be something similar, I would say. I don't know if actually anybody would be interested in buying a sticker, but we'll see if that day ever comes. The social media link should appear up on the screen shortly, and if you would take a wee nip over and have a look at my Facebook and Instagram accounts as well. They're more active on there because it's handier just to fire a picture up and ask a question instead of a full video series. Okay, so since I put this thing into primer, I have noticed that the threads are a wee bit jiggered on one of the holes, the mounting holes that hold it onto the strut. So I've sent it over to the man that's doing a Mark II. He's a very avid TIG welder as well, thankfully. So he's going to take this hole up, it's aluminium, and so he's going to take it up, use the 3D printed bracket as a guide where the hole should be again, drill it out and tap it to me for M12, supply the bolts and everything, so hopefully make its job simple. Well, more simple than having to guess anyway. I get all that before I send the caliper off to paint. Might as well get it done now, get it done right. So yeah, that's the end of the caliper saga for now. The discs and stuff have hopefully arrived today, so I will mock fit a disc up with the other side of the caliper on the strut and see how that's going to go. There's another video hopefully going to be popping up next week on the Mark II project. I've just done a full walk around of everything to do with it, so keep an eye out for it next weekend hopefully. The baby has arrived. Wee baby George, we've called him. All well and good, mother and baby all good. Just home there a couple of days ago, so I've managed to get a free pass for an afternoon to nip down and drop the caliper off for being welded. So the videos, I have a couple scheduled for the next 2 or 3 weeks, so it might take a bit of a back seat for a wee while, but as soon as I can get back to the shed I will, and I'm hoping to get down to see the Xpack. I believe it's either in or very near paint finally, so I'll be giving you an update on that in a couple of weeks time as well, whenever I can get out again. So thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button, hit the wee bell beside the subscribe button if you want to be notified for any new videos or live streams, whatever. I did one of those the other week and it turned out quite well, so we do a couple more. So yeah, until the next one, hopefully next weekend, as said, for the escort. Bye.